everybody. So I'm taking my Corvette Z51 out to the track tonight. I'm going to be doing one of the Sports Car Clubs of America track nights. I just signed up for the 3 touring laps, so all that is it's going to be paced, and there's going to be other people out there obviously, but it's a slower ride. It's just to get an idea of how does this event work, where is everything, how do you get on the track, that kind of stuff. And since I've never done anything like that, I thought it was a good idea. And also, I've read mixed reviews about the Sports Car Club of America anyway, the events they put on. From what I've read so far, many of the events are really good, which is why I'm going. But I have seen some stuff about, you know, when you get out there, especially in the novice groups and the intermediate groups, there'll be some people out there that literally have no idea how to drive, no awareness of the things around them, and they're just trying to go as fast as they can, whether they're in a Mazda Miata or a Z51 or whatever. That's not really my goal. I want to learn how to race. I want to learn how to get faster. I want to be safe. I don't want to hurt myself or anybody else, and I don't want to have to buy a new Corvette. So I want to have a fun time, but I just want to see how is that here in Nashville. You know, do they have it pretty set up where, hey, if somebody's, you know, not doing too well, they're going to kick them out pretty quick? You know, how does everything go? So it's just get used to everything. So they give you a tech sheet they want you to turn in prior to your first run. So I'm going through and just kind of checking everything that I can as far as that goes. Most of the stuff I already checked. I wanted to make sure the lug nuts are, it says lug nuts are present and torque to spec. I don't have a way to necessarily check that they're torque to spec myself. So I just wanted to make sure the lug nuts were, you know, at least tight there, and we did do that. And so I'm just checking a few other things as we go. Yeah, this is a good thing for me to do. It says check all the fluid levels, the belts, the hoses. So I'm going through, checking anything that is obvious to me. I'm not a really big, you know, mechanical type guy, but I am paying attention to this stuff. And it's actually good because I'm starting to look at this different stuff. You know, we just checked that the brake fluid is good, that kind of thing, which is pretty cool. Let's see here. Okay. Checking for any cracks in the hoses, anything like that that are visual and kind of easy to get to and see. We're all looking pretty good there. So I think I'm all good as expected. My Corvette, it's only got 27,000 miles on it, which is good. Doesn't mean things can't go wrong, but you know, it makes it a little bit more peace of mind right there. So I'm gonna keep on looking here. Like I said, I mean, for me, this is just more about learning about this stuff. You know, what do I need to look at before I go out on the track, and maybe learn a little bit along the way. How can I get a little more detailed about it? Like my brother down in Mississippi, he's a mechanic, so obviously he's real detailed about it. I'm sure I'll be sending him some questions later on as I'm learning and going. The next thing you have to do is you have to make sure there's nothing loose that is going to fly around in the car when you're going around the track. So I'm just going to check on that, see what all I've got going right now. A couple of microfiber towels. I've got a cargo net back here, so I'm going to put some of this stuff in the cargo net. Some of this stuff I don't need in here at all. Got my battery tender going in the cargo net. The original Stingray mats. I've got WeatherTech mats that are, you know, not bolted, but they're sunk down to the floor, and you know, you tighten them up so I don't have to worry about them moving when I'm racing. So I'm going to take these and put these in the garage. They've been sitting out here too long. Still the original packaging. This is a second owner car. So somebody was the first owner. They owned it for, like, you know, since 2015, brand new. And I was the second owner that bought it at 24,000 miles. He's got, oh, this looks like a front license plate connecting bolts right here. We don't have to have that in Tennessee, so I'm not worried about that. Let's see what else we got. There's a couple other things here. Take this off, save it for later in case I ever sell it or need it. California Duster, I like that thing, keep it in the car. I think I'm gonna take it out for the track. I don't really need it. Random file folder, don't need it. You can see my phone mount right there. That's the new place that I put it. Let me see. Oh, it's hitting a little hard right there, but I didn't even think about that when I opened it up. But this is a real nice phone mount that I got off Amazon for just a little bit of money. It wasn't too bad at all. That's a nice location. It worked out real good. I could open it. Probably need to be a little careful. All right, let me just make sure this is gonna fly around. The battery tender could still fly around some. This cargo net is not super tight in here. Take it out. So back's all good there. All right, another thing I saw in the track night videos was that you want your car to be nice and clean when you come in, because they're typically going to do an inspection on it, make sure that everything you wrote down, pretty much lines up, and then it's good to go. So that's part of the reason I went and cleaned it. She looks really, really pretty now that I got her cleaned up. So just a little bit of time and we'll be heading out, go see what it's like on the track. So I'm out here at the Nashville Speedway for the Sports Car Club of America meeting. Got my vet out there. I'm just doing the touring laps today, but there's a lot of cool cars out here. I think it's going to be a pretty good time just hanging out. You can see all the different ones that are going to be out there. They're in the garage bays. So you got plenty of Corvettes, Subarus, BMWs, Supras, all kinds of nice cars. It really just, I think it goes all the way down to the end. It's full. So I'm interested to see how this goes. I've already met a couple of nice guys here that they were explaining a lot of stuff about how insurance works, how tracking works, the minimization of wrecks that happen, stuff like that. They're like, if we come out here and there's all kinds of wrecks and all, nobody's going to come do it. So they keep everything to a minimum. I'm about to be a part of their first meeting just to see what the safety regulations are, kind of how it runs, and we'll go from there. Pretty awesome being out here in the middle of the speedway.
doesn't even feel like it's trying to slide. Don't want to slide it out. Like I could eat that Lexus up. Amazing was that? The handling on this thing is wild. It didn't even want to slide. That was awesome. I can't wait to come back with my helmet next time and be able to push the limits a little bit more. That was so cool. All right, so I just got back from the SSCA track night that I went to. And wow, it was amazing. I'm blown away, honestly. They The people who were putting it on were so nice, so helpful. Basically, most of the time what I was doing was following around the coach that was there. They have a novice coach that kind of really follows the novice people around, watches them while they're on the track, gives them feedback. They have meetings before and after they go out on the track. That way they can talk about anything. More of it is related to the awareness and things like that around people. Some of it's speed and things like that, but for the most part, that's what it is, because they don't want any wrecks or anything like that. They reassured me that wrecks are very rare. The ways that they were running everything, I could see why. You know, they're staying on top of things, pass-bys, letting certain people come by, not letting certain people come by, depending on where things are. You know, there's certain areas you can do certain things, and it's a really good way, especially in the novice group, to try to get into it. And then the more upper groups, like, it's almost like they didn't have any feedback at all. They were like, all right, go out there, and they're just going flying around. You know, I mean, there's a guy in a ZR1, which he took me out for a ride in that. I got a video up. I was very impressed overall. The touring laps were a whole lot funner than I thought it was going to be. This thing gripped like crazy. I mean, of course, I can push it more. Next time I'll have my helmet. I'll be, you know, out there to be a little bit faster and just get a hang of things. But, I mean, just what I did felt awesome. So I just can't wait to go back. So I'm about to go sign up for their next night that they're doing it in a month or so. And I'll let y'all know how it goes. But I am very impressed with them. And I think it's going to be good for me. I know it's going to do a lot of wear and tear on the tires and brakes, but that's part of it. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, see y'all later. Hope y'all enjoyed watching.